make America healthy again. Here we go. Let's welcome to the stage RFK Jr. Welcome to the Hispanic Inaugural Ball.
It's okay. Can you give us some words?
Buenas noches a todos. Es un gran placer estar aquí con ustedes esta noche. Yo estoy aquí con mi esposa, Cheryl Hines, y también muchos miembros de mi familia que están en el cuarto esta noche. I'm very happy. I bring greetings to all of you from President Trump. And he is very grateful to the Hispanic community for the unprecedented level of support that he got from you during this election. I also am so grateful for the support that I got from the Hispanic community. And a lot of that because of the long relationship that my family has with the Hispanic community in this country. My uncle, President Kennedy, started the Viva Kennedy movement in 1960, and my father also received extraordinary support from this community, won the California election and primaries all across this country because of his support. So I was very happy of the support that I got. Hispanic community works harder than any other demographic in our country. They bring huge economic benefits to the United States of America, to all of us, and yet they are one of the sickest demographic groups in our country, suffering higher levels of diabetes, of asthma, of obesity than any other demographic. We need to make America healthy again. If you're a sick person, if you are a well person, you have the American dream at your feet. You have 1,000 different dreams. But if you're sick, you only have one dream, and that's to get better. And we are now have the sickest children of any country in the world. When my uncle was president, 2% of Americans had chronic disease. Today, 60% of our children have chronic disease. When my uncle was president, we spent zero on chronic disease in this country. Today, we spend $4.3 trillion. 77% of American children cannot qualify for military service. This is an existential crisis for our family, and I can promise you that if I get confirmed, that we are going to make America healthy again. Thank you all very much. And I want to thank my friend Bishop Mendez, who was working for me from day one of my campaign, and I'm very grateful to him and to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bobby. When you asked me, USA, 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 USA. Woo! So Bobby, when your campaign asked me and my wife to lead the Viva Kennedy and the Hispanic movement, we were so honored. When you came to our stage in Miami and spoke Spanish and blew our crowd away, we were so honored. And I want to thank you for the man you've been for decades, for coming to Vieques, to the island of Puerto Rico, and getting arrested, and being a champion for the Latino community for so many years. We want to present you with this. Oh, go ahead, Ken.
No, I spent the entire summer in 2001 in maximum security prison in Guaynabo in Puerto Rico, and that's where my Spanish improved a lot.
So we want to present him.
So we would like to present you with a Titan of Health Reform Award. Thank you so much. This Latino Wall Street Award means you are a role model for the Latino community. Thank you so much for everything. Let's do a picture. Sure.
RFK Jr. about to meet with more than 24 senators this week. He's going to be pretty busy this week with all of these sit-downs. He is nominated, of course, for Health and Human Services Secretary. He has this cause to make America healthy again, which President-elect Trump has embraced. Senior national correspondent Aisha Hasmi reporting live on Capitol Hill on the very latest. She's been watching all of these folks come through. Exciting time, and we'll see what happens today. Hi, Aisha.
Hey, Martha, 25 senators is a lot. So are 25 reporters and producers who are currently waiting for him to walk through those security doors and come in. He's got a meeting with Senator Rick Scott first, one of 4 meetings with conservative Republicans today. And his team says that he is immensely prepared for this. He is energized, and he will need that to meet with 25 Republicans in the next 4 days. His criticism of the food industry is gaining traction, but there is major concerns right now about his views on farming, abortion, and vaccines. A recent report revealed that his lawyer tried to revoke FDA approval for the polio vaccine a few years ago. Outgoing GOP leader Mitch McConnell had thoughts on that. He, of course, contracted polio as a child, and he says that any efforts to undermine any proven vaccines is uninformed and it's dangerous. Well, today, Trump said that Kennedy will be much less radical. Listen.
I think he's going to be much less radical than you would think. I think he's got a very open mind, or I wouldn't have put him there. He's going to be very much less radical.
President Trump, what about the polio vaccine?
Well, I'm a big believer in it, and I think everything should be looked at, but I'm a big believer in the polio vaccine.
Okay, Martha, so you can see a live look right there. RFK Jr. has just walked in, and he is walking through the mags right now, getting a security sweeping before he heads inside the Hart Senate office building to meet with Senator Rick Scott. Again, a lot of questions that Republicans have, some conservative Republicans about abortion stances and also his views on farming. We're going to try to throw a question at him right now. Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, do you want to revoke any vaccines? Mr. Kennedy, do you want to revoke any vaccines? How do you feel about the vaccines?
You're all for it? What about the childhood vaccine?
Sorry. Are you all for the polio vaccine? Mr. Kennedy, what is your view on abortion?
Oh, I see for it. Mr. Kennedy, do you still believe that childhood autism...
Mr. Kennedy, are you pro-choice? Mr. Kennedy, what's your views on American farming? What would you like to change? Mr. Kennedy, what's your priority for the first couple of days?
Do you think autism is linked to vaccines?
Do you support school mandates, Mr. Kennedy? School mandates for vaccines?
Mr. Kennedy, are you going to revoke any vaccine?
Hey, you guys, be careful. Watch out. Excuse me. Are we going in?
Okay, so Martha, he just, sorry, I didn't realize we were still with you. So he got a lot of questions from a bunch of us.
Exactly. And you know what? I think all of your questions are exactly the questions that are on the minds of these senators. So that was a good warm up for him to hear what is on everyone's mind. And clearly they made a decision not to answer any questions on the way in. But a good effort, because no doubt these senators are going to drill him exactly on that. Whether or not he supports the polio vaccine, what he thinks about abortion. I think those are probably the two biggest areas that he may get some pushback on.
It sounded like, yeah, we'll have to roll back the tape and watch again, but it sounded like, Martha, he said he was all for it when somebody asked him, are you for the polio vaccine? So we might have gotten an answer already on the polio vaccine.
Yeah. I mean,
back and
he
check.
has been on the record as saying that what he wants to do is to evaluate vaccines, to really stress test them and make sure that we know all the implications for different children and adults that could exist for some of these vaccines, and to make perhaps, one of the questions I would have is, do you want to make them optional rather than required for children for schools? And there'll be pushback on that as well. But no doubt this is going to be a big focus of the questions of those senators, Aisha.